Mhm. Right guys, we've got our next game in this series between Love Your Girlfriend and Dust. It's going to be another PvZ. We've seen a few of these over the course. It's going to be LYGF.LikeAPanda again, up against Dust.Sno. So, to introduce these players, minor technical hiccups there. To introduce these players, we have spawning in the bottom left-hand position for Love Your Girlfriends. It is LYGF.LikeAPanda playing Protoss. His opponent playing Zerg, up in the top right-hand position. It is on Derelict Watcher. It is Dust.Sno. So I'm going to call him Snow from this point on, because I think that's kind of easier. Yeah, so Snow, of course, playing Zerg and playing in the purple trunks as well. Guys, if you are tuning in and listening, this is for Poison TV. My name is Squishy. We are casting just a number of games here that were sent to us by Love Your Girlfriend. Just from a series from against them, against the other clan Dust. Some really entertaining games, some excellent macro games that we've seen so far. Really, really high level skill from coming out from all of these players. So some really nice entertaining players. Do check them out, of course, and do check us out as well. Of course, all of our links are on the available websites. You can check us out at poisontv.net as well as twitch.tv/poisontvde. LYGF.LikeAPanda went for a relatively standard pylon positioning on his main, towards the top of his main. So you might like to see him going up for a nice little wall off here as well. Usually planting a gateway and then the cybercore to wall off. Wait and see if he does that. Meanwhile, his opponent Snow has yet to make a tech choice. He's moved the drone out in position, and yeah, there goes the pull. So really nice early pull. I think that was a 14 pull, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty safe coming out there, and looking to really be kind of defensive against anything that his opponent might throw at him. It also allows him to, you know, counter with any early link of his opponents being too greedy. LYGF.LikeAPanda is going to be able to see this really quickly though, getting this probe straight up into the main, circling around as well. Going to be able to look to plant either a pylon or just delay and harass this natural from going up before too long as well. Snow's drone is on the case though, working his way on this this drone's shields. Not going to be able to stay there forever, but is he going to plant a pylon? Don't know if he is going to be able to at this point, but this is certainly frustrating for Snow to deal with, and I think every Zerg's been there. It happens to me on the ladder all the time when I play Zerg. No pylon's gone down though, so just content with just delaying that at that point, so Snow can breathe a sigh of relief, and he has planted that expo as well. Queen's on the way too, so no gases either, so yeah, just looking to play that nice, safe, greedy play. Not too greedy, but you know, gasless, so it's on the greed scale. His opponent, LYGF.LikeAPanda, has gone for a gateway and a cybercore, walling off like we said he might do earlier. And he's getting a zealot too, so he's going to be able to really wall off with a nice zealot on hold position. Very old school. I like to see it. I think it's great that kind of playstyle is you know, coming back with a vengeance. Looks like probes been rallied up towards the natural as well, so going to see a nexus going down in the natural as well before too long. He's got plenty of minerals. Boom, there it goes. Natural goes down as well as a pylon as well. Probably going to look to put down a few gateways to wall off in due course too. No, did actually take a gas. He obviously threw that down shortly after we left his position, but he has just started mining from it, getting his first 40 or 50 gas just now. Possibly going to go up to speed as well as maybe plant his third before too long as well. He is still churning out queens too. He's got up to 2 and not making any more, so just getting the enough that he can actually put a few creep tumors down, get his injects at both of his his hatcheries too. A couple of lings poking up at the natural as well for Snow. Not doing too much, just poking and seeing what they can get done, having a scout. The mothership core just chased them off as well, so not too bad. Good scouting information, of course, seeing the nexus, but nothing out of the ordinary as far as Snow is concerned. No third base still from Snow, so really delaying that. Might see that sometime around the 6-minute mark, 6:30 mark. Tends to be the case when you're going for a gas. You obviously do delay your thirds just slightly. He's still droning crazily though. He's going up a nice healthy drone count up at 28, 24 probes for his opponent by comparison. And he has gone and gotten that speed as well. He's still mining gas too, so and getting a second extractor at this point too. So really interesting play with the gas there. this could lead to a number of different things. It could still be a relatively safe standard play. It could go into something like a 2-base timing, 2-base speed roaches timings, 2-base roach ling. You know, these are all viable at this point. With the 8 drones that he's currently producing, and still looking to be in an economic kind of stance, it's anyone's guess at this point. I mean, he's thrown down a lair too, so we'll have to wait and see. It could even be 2-base Mutalisk. It's not that uncommon, guys. In comparison, LYGF.LikeAPanda has still droned up, still saturated his natural, as you would expect. He's throwing down 3 gateways at his natural ramp, so going to be a little bit of a sort of delayed 4-gate pressure coming out here potentially. There aren't any proxy pylons on the map, I don't think, but he has got a warp prism, and in fact, if we look at the gateway counts, he's currently sitting at, let me have a look here, 3 warp gates and 1 gateway that is going to get warped in relatively quickly. So a little bit of a warp gate a warp prism 4-gate action is going to be coming out here from LYGF.LikeAPanda. There's been a mortal chrono boosted out as well, and with additional gateways coming down here as well, and no gas is still coming down on the natural. It looks like he's gearing himself up for something like a 2-base timing involving gateway and immortal. Really like this cool choice of play here. Wonder what the choice of tech is going to be out from his opponent's Snow though, because his lair has finished. He's got a nice clutch of speedlings in the main, and in fact, there's the Hydralisk Den. So Hydralisks are going to be the response, and I think Hydralisks can deal very nicely with immortal base play, and of course they are anti-air as well, so they're going to be able to shut down the warp prism in due course if they get the chance to. Still, the Hydralisks are a ways off yet. That building is still in production, and LYGF.LikeAPanda is already warping in his units. He's got 1 immortal, and a handful of zealots and a stalker. So it's not the biggest of armies, but with proxy pylons down at the bottom as well, he's certainly gearing himself up to put on a nice little bit of pressure. This scouting ling did see this immortal though. It did take a hit, so that will have alerted him. And I think Snow's going to be tipped off to this. Unfortunately, he's making a round of drones as well as now just getting some roaches out as well. But this could really hit him for 6 if he's not too careful. Warp Prism moves up as well. Not going into the main just yet, just deploying itself and warping in a bunch more Zealots as well. So this is a really nice early timing. This is already at the front of the natural of our Zerg player, and it's only 9:30. Pushing up into the natural ramp. So many Zealots coming up here as well. They are unupgraded, but still carving their way through the links. Time Warp's going down, double Time Warp's really nice and effective there. The Warp Prism coming up at the back as well, going to be able to deploy and warp in a bunch more units too. A raft of Zealots coming in as well, and these Zealots are still going completely uncontested, and Snow leaves the game. Wow, that was a very quick game there coming out from LYGF.LikeAPanda. Excellent play there. What a fast timing that was. Really catching his opponent off guard there. Alright everybody, well that was it. So yeah. Do tune in future broadcasts. We are of course Poison TV. I believe I have shared our links in previous casts, but if you just want a recap of that, twitch.tv/poisontvde, which is of course the site that you are viewing if you're streaming and if you're listening to the stream. Give us a follow, always appreciated, and check us out on YouTube as well as poisontv.net. My name is Squishy, of course. I was your host for this evening. We do normally dual cast, but just solo casting this evening, flying solo. Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to stay tuned and get following us so that you can be notified of any future casts. Okay, everyone, good night, and so long.